All right, hello people, and welcome to episode 2, if you want to call them episodes, of Schwarzenegger season. And this video is about the film, 1987 film, The Running Man, based on a book by Stephen King when he was the pseudonym, I want to say Richard Bachman, but it's definitely something Bachman anyway. Which I believe it's vastly different from the book, but I'll never read the book now I've seen the film, so it doesn't really matter either way. But the world has gone to shit. We're set in 2017, the future 2017. The world's gone to shit, and a TV show called The Running Man is the best thing going. It's hosted by Damon Killian, who is Richard Dawson, a real-life game show host in America. I don't believe we would have seen him in this country. I don't believe we would have got the shows that he's done. So American people will know him, and probably when they saw this for the first time, that's the guy from Enter Name. But he plays the role very well. If he's a game show host in real life, then this is second nature to him. It's a ratings hit. The Running Man takes criminals, sets them off into this vast 400 square block wasteland. I don't know how big 400 square blocks is. In Britain, we don't use blocks. We don't say go down 3 blocks. We don't say that here. So I don't know how big of an area that is. It's a massive wasteland divided into 4 areas. And the contestants wear nice, shiny spandex suits. Arnold is in a yellow one. And they have to run and survive while being hunted by stalkers, who are very much over-the-top badasses with names like Buzzsaw and Sub-Zero and Fireball. And they all have a gimmick. Fireball runs around with a flamethrower. He's played by Jim Brown. Sub-Zero, his shtick is in an ice hockey rink, and he fires the men into the goal, and then it closes like a Venus flytrap. And I think there's quite a few of them, and they all have their little gimmicks, which makes it cool to watch. Arnold is a police helicopter pilot. He's framed for killing a bunch of unarmed people when really he didn't. Sent to a prison labor camp, escapes, and they wear these collars. You've seen it before. Wears these collars, and the lights flash green and red. And if you go through, it explodes and your head blows up. It just goes poof, like someone popping a zit. He escapes with Yaphet Kotto, who we know from Alien and Live and Let Die. Arnold goes to his brother's apartment. He's not there. He meets, I've written this name down, Maria Conchita Alonso. And he takes her, he's going to get away, but you need travel passes and that kind of stuff. Goes to the airport, everything's going well. He's going to escape. He's got his Hawaiian shirt and his hat on until she basically screams, makes a fuss, and ends up on The Running Man with Yaphet Kotto, and later on with the woman that made him where he is. I didn't always like this film. I thought, it's a bit silly. It's not as good as Terminator. It's not as entertaining as Predator. And as films, it's probably nowhere near as good as them. It's not. But I have over the years, I had the DVD, which I don't think I ever watched, and I bought that, and since then, every time I watch it, I love it. More each time? No. My enjoyment of it never goes down. I always have a blast watching it. It's one of the most quotable films he's done. Perhaps not, the big quotes. I'll be back. Well, that's in here. It's in every film. Hasta la vista, baby. It's not full of his big quotes, but things like drop dead. I don't do requests. And it's showtime. One of us is in deep trouble. So it's a fun, entertaining 1980s sci-fi? Would you call it science fiction? Maybe. Action film. And I quite like the score of this. I have no tune, so it goes something... It won't sound like this, but it goes something like... dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's no tune there whatsoever. But a couple of the stalkers are ex-wrestlers. You also have Captain Freedom, who does like fitness commercials in spandex. The most successful stalker ever, Captain Freedom, Jesse Ventura. He's always fun to watch when he's in anything. And it gets a lot of hate. It gets a lot of shit. I've heard over the years, I've seen people give it shit. Oh, it's this, it's that. It's a fun, action-packed, fully quotable, great scored little science fiction action film. And I like it. And Arnold likes it too. No. So, The Running Man. Mick Fleetwood's also in it. Got him written down. Mick Fleetwood plays Mick. So there we go. The Running Man. Surprised this hasn't been remade to make it darker, make it grittier, and make it fucking boring. So anyway, that's The Running Man. I like it. And... I was just going to say I'll be back. But I won't say that. But I will be with the next film.